Are we ready? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the June 6th, 2023 Town of McCandless Planning Commission meeting. We have just really one main item on the agenda. And it's the resubmission of the Ridge Final Subdivision Land Development Application, also known as the Marwa property. And I believe this is getting resubmitted, so we have to file a motion to accept it for application for review. Is that correct?
Yes.
So can I have a motion from someone to accept the application for review?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Second from Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we've accepted the application for review. Which brings us to the presentation.
Okay.
Are you pulling it up, RJ?
Yeah, well, this might not be that big of a deal because all you're gonna see is the plan anyway. I just
Yeah.
don't know why the camera isn't. It's engaging over there, but not.
That's all right.
So whatever, we're just gonna be looking at your PowerPoint anyway.
Stephen Victor Wetzel Associates, here for the Ridge. And the plan that you have before you is the same identical plan that was previously approved. The only reason that we are back is that the approval that was given was conditioned with posting $190,000 escrow. I'll call it escrow for
Use it bond.
a bond for the sidewalk.
Oh, actually, no,
I
it
think
wasn't. It was that.
It was a guarantee, the $190,000 guarantee.
No. It was a fee in lieu that would be required to be paid if the HOP was not issued by.
Didn't
PennDOT.
get that far, but you were asking for $190,000 if PennDOT did not approve the sidewalk.
That is not
when-
a bond or an escrow, to be clear.
When the engineer's estimate that we have is $60,000. So we just think that.
But-
Offense, Dan, you're on the phone, you're on the line there, but I think Dan or whoever, Kelly, whoever did it, did not understand pricing for private work as opposed to maybe governmental work.
So,
So,
but just so we have clarification on this point, that was not money that you guys were going to have sitting in an account. That was a fee in lieu that was going to be required if the HOP that PennDOT already put in writing, they didn't see a reason why they wouldn't be able to grant, was not granted. Just so everybody knows where we were at on that.
but if they would have some reason pulled it and not given us the permit, we're very comfortable with the permit's doable now. So we're proceeding, but still, we think needs to be a reasonable amount.
Well, I'm sure if we get into that later, Dan can weigh in. Anyway,
I mean, I'm glad to just say that, you know, we're open to discussions related to the number and we'll review the number when it's appropriate to do that. I will say to Steve that we just finished constructing a piece of sidewalk along Perry Highway. So we do have pretty accurate municipal numbers and we'll have to compare that to what the developer's proposing and look at his bids for his work. I understand that his work has come in from bidding numbers. So we're glad and open to look at that and talk about that, but I don't think that that's appropriate for tonight's meeting.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
That was a matter that was taken up by council
yes,
and,
from a
On our
recommended
recommendation.
condition from,
well,
Us,
about the
yes.
sidewalks.
yes.
Right.
But the specificity around the number
Yes.
was by direction of council.
Well, I mean, we knew that we needed to get a more specific number. I think it was because that recommendation for the condition arose from this body. It was kind of the engineers are gonna go off and do some work and then
Right.
give that to council. So, but I mean, that condition was approved by council and they did see the final number.
I guess maybe I'm not articulating this right. I guess my point is that it's not really planning commission's purview
Yes,
to really engage about whether the 190 or your 60 is correct.
Right.
Because we made our recommendation. Council has done what they've done, and as far as this plan is concerned, that, you know, as long as there's a sidewalk on it, council has considered what would happen if for some reason it wasn't approved,
Mhm.
that I'm just not seeing where our role is in further discussion of.
Well, they're
Yeah,
asking us to waive the requirement that we.
Well,
recommend.
That's,
So that's-
the second point.
yeah, that's a
First.
separate, that would be a modification request, and that was the same one that we discussed.
Yeah, you denied, you and council both recommended denial of it.
Right.
We're expecting the same results here, but if you don't ask, you don't get anything.
Okay, so I just want to be clear then, so on E, I guess that's what you're speaking to. You were asking for a waiver, not just for Route 19. But you're asking for a waiver for all sidewalks and for the development.
For the development, this was separate from the Route 19 one.
So where's the?
Okay, I'm
resolution?
not seeing that then, if it's not included in E on the amendment or
Well,
on the agenda.
Right.
I'm not seeing where it's here.
so this is just the way that it came in, and I mean, this is how I'm interpreting it, is they're asking to not have to bond any street trees or any sidewalks in this plan.
So you are. you
But
don't
that
think
is,
so?
but that is different from the
Dollar
fee in lieu issue. That is not a bond. That is, you only have to pay this at all if the sidewalk on Route 19 is not approved by PennDOT for an HOP.
So we're not discussing that tonight.
No, these are separate issues, although they both have something.
I just
do
want to
with
be
the sidewalk.
clear.
I'm sorry, I didn't
That's-
realize that was.
So E on this relates to the original waiver request that
Yes.
we did not recommend
Yes.
be given related to the development internally.
Yes,
And the reason for that request is that both those elements are really installed by the home builder at the time of the homes, because you don't go in and build the sidewalks, and then they build a house and they tear up the sidewalks and they tear up any trees over there. So those things are always pushed to the obligation of the home builders. And the developer is saying, well, if that's the case, then don't make me bond.
do you have a builder selected for this yet?
The same one, Infinity Homes.
Is that the same entity as the applicant?
No,
Because the applicant is the Ridge LP.
the ask is there. It wasn't given before.
Yeah.
Anticipate it's going to be the same answer,
Yeah.
but
And for any questions about the wording, like I just copied and pasted this from the last time it was on the agenda, so it's definitely the same.
I could make a funny analogy, when I was a kid, I'd go ask my mom, and if my mom said, or if I go ask my dad said no, I'd turn around and go ask my mom in the other room. Still got the same no, but you try. So that's, you know what the answer is going to be, but
Understood.
you don't slap me for asking.
I'm sorry, before we get too much further down this path, when I was trying to fix the camera, I missed whether we did the motion to accept the
We did.
application. Okay, then I'll get the people off the video, no problem. All right. Apologies for derailing a presentation.
It's
I
all
think,
right.
A little bit, but you've only got 3 slides for.
Yeah,
So shouldn't be too bad.
Slide one just shows the recording plan.
Yeah.
It's the same identical plan that we've seen previously. Slide number 2. Thank you. Just shows in the back right corner there where we are asking for a slope modification. And slide number 3 zooms into that and just says that everywhere else we're doing 3-to-1 slopes. And we're asking for a 2.5-to-1 slope because there are 4 very large trees right in that zone right there circled by the green. And you had agreed that that would be appropriate to do so. So we're just asking for that same modification. Other than that, the construction drawings and everything else is identical.
Okay, well, let's do the easy one first, which I think is going to be easy, and that's item D on the agenda. Well, I guess we should wait and see if there's any public comment before we vote on a motion. Yes, Sorry for skipping over you.
Okay, Jane Wright, 10061 Oak Ridge. And so at the final approval meeting last time, for the bridge, the developer acknowledged our claim of adverse possession for the 38 feet beyond the original line of our plot along the length of the plot. And the developer stated that their plans would not interfere with that, and they had no interest in challenging our claim. So we just want to confirm that it's still the case with the new application.
That's a
Yeah,
question for
that's
the,
not- We can't answer that.
Okay, thank you.
And I would suggest, if you all recall last time this was here, there was a very lengthy condition. With a lot of legal words related to, you know. Allowing the plan to be adjusted, whether it's setbacks or, you know, the lot line or whatever, that if that moved forward. That would not constitute, you know, like a material change in the plan that would result in it being denied. I have it all written down. I can pull that and just, we'll say it's the same. Rather than having to restate the whole thing, if that is. How you all
but that's a
feel
matter
about it.
between you and the developer,
Yeah,
not us.
No, ours was just that was a procedural thing for us,
Correct.
though, so we wouldn't have to come back.
Okay, so that's it for your comment? All right, any other comments? No? Then let's go to the motion, which is item D on the agenda. And I would like to have a motion to recommend the town council approve the modification request to permit a fill slope of 2.5 to 1 instead of the standard 3 to 1.
So moved.
Shelley, was that you? Shelley moved, second? Second from Sean. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None, so it passes, so that will be approved. By us, goes to the commission, to the council. Any further discussion before we go on to the motion to recommend about the waiver? Okay, let's get a motion to recommend the town council. And I'm going to insert the word reject the modification request number 2. Requirement for the applicant to bond the trees and the sidewalks in the subdivision.
I'll do that motion.
Motion from Al, second.
Second.
All right, all in favor of rejecting?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? None, so it is rejected.
Thank you.
Your prediction was correct.
Go ask your mom.
Are you turn around and ask Jason? Um,
Dan,
Yes,
and before we move to the final motion, which is to recommend, I just wanted to, there was just one thing on the engineer's letter that I just wanted to confirm that you're doing, which was I think it was the fire marshal's recommendation.
The extra hydrant.
The second
that you
hydrant?
Needed a second hydrant. So are you doing that?
If that's what's required, yes, absolutely.
I mean.
Yeah, if the fire marshal says
Well,
that.
there's a recommendation. Is that
That's what I'm
a
asking.
requirement or a recommendation? Because it sounds like there should be 2 fire hydrants in that.
yeah, so generally speaking, the fire marshal's review letter is binding for what needs to be
Okay.
done for.
I just want to make sure that.
Yeah, so, and I think I've emailed that to you, maybe.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've seen
so we'll just make sure that that's on the revision before it.
Okay.
Yeah,
The confusion, I think, was that they made the same recommendation the last time and it didn't make it on the final plan.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's typically. Let's make sure that we have the fire marshal on here. Don't know that we do. Okay.
I would want to have it on the record that the developer is agreed and is required to add an additional fire hydrant.
In the location
Well,
identified by the.
exactly.
Okay, so that's
He
a,
said he put it on a
that's a condition
drawing.
of recommendation, you're thinking, okay.
yes.
So I'm thinking,
Makes sense. So. All right, let me just write my notes. Hydrant. And for whoever makes this motion, do you agree to the prior 2 conditions that we had, one being recommendation of the fee in lieu at an amount to be, you know, proposed, I guess, reviewed, whatever, by the town engineer, and the other one being the whole lengthy adverse possession. Paragraph, okay,
Yes.
so, and plus 2 conditions from last time. All right.
So given those 2 conditions, if you're ready to go, given those conditions that were just enumerated, can I have a motion to recommend town council approve the final subdivision land development application for the Ridge residential plan as submitted by the Ridge Pittsburgh LP? Your motion. Sean, motion, second,
I'll say.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. It wins. Can I just ask, what's your new timing?
I believe we've got NPDS by this time, so
Yeah, you just got that.
we should be, when will this be before council?
Could be June 26th.
Okay.
Just give me that fire hydrant.
Yeah, I'll do that before that meeting. So June 26th. Roughly 1 month to do developers agreement, et cetera. So I would hope we'd be under construction the 1st of August.
Okay, so you'll
Yeah.
be breaking ground and under construction this summer.
Yes,
Okay,
I would anticipate that.
Okay.
Yes,
good. Seems like it's been a long time coming.
yeah. Yes,
I need a motion to approve the minutes. Well, I guess I should ask if there's any comments or edits to the minutes of May 23rd of May 2nd.
I'll say thank you and sit down.
Thanks, dude.
Any comments or edits to the minutes of May 2nd? Doesn't sound like it. So we need a motion to approve the May 2nd, 2023 minutes.
Moved.
Second? Mal, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
It's fine. General public comments, unless you've got something that you want to talk to us about.
Nothing's new, we're good.
We ready to adjourn?
I think so.
I'll need a motion to adjourn.
I moved to adjourn.
All right, second from Al. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Thank you.